Faith-Based Workplace, LLC understands that narcissistic leaders are self-absorbed and hold beliefs of entitlement and superiority. At the same time, they act in their own best interest, putting others' needs and interests at risk. Therefore, workers can feel the pressure of working under narcissistic supervision. Such workers also may suffer abusive behavior from their narcissistic leaders. Companies with narcissistic leaders have higher turnover rates, and employees at these companies suffer from anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. Faith-Based Workplace, LLC wants to help employees handle direct contact with narcissists. Faith-Based Workplace, LLC's mission is to train employees on how to deal with other narcissists' employees, staff, and managers. Visit www.faithbasedworkplace.com for blogs, tips, and exclusive merchandise. Check us out on YouTube for help.
Hello, welcome. Just getting started. I just did the intro video. How you doing, Coach Letitia? Just us for right now until people start coming in. Let me see. Okay. So this video, to get into it, is what to do when a narcissist calls you out of the blue. I don't know if you noticed on the thumbnail, my phone just happened to be blue on this picture, but I think a lot of times we get caught off guard. So I want to get into that, when you then went no contact, and then the narcissist breaks no contact by calling you out of the blue and catches you off guard. Like, how do you actually handle that situation? So it can be difficult. Hey, how you doing, Lady B? How you doing, One Love? Welcome to the channel. So it can be very difficult dealing with these things, on any level. I don't care if you've been no contact for 5 days or you've been no contact for 5 years. When someone calls you out of the blue and it's unexpected, I think it can catch anyone off guard. So that's what this whole video is about. You done went no contact and the narcissist calls you out. And the reason why I made this video is because it just happened to me last week. So I was like, you know what? I'm not the only one that this probably has happened to. So let's get into it and see if other people have the same thing going on, So the first thing I want to get into, I got some topics I want to stay on point with. That's, in reference to the video, obviously, but hey, how you doing, Narc Free Living? The first thing, when you get that phone call and you're not really sure who it is, and once you realize this is the narcissist, this is the person that you didn't block, but they find ways to call you. So they're calling you from another number, obviously. So once you get that phone call, it's going to be hard. But what I want you to do, I want you to not give them any reaction. Why do I say that? Because you give them like a negative reaction. That's kind of what they looking for. So, you get the screaming, you get the hooping and hollering. That's kind of what they feeding off of. So we don't want to give them any kind of reaction we can. We want to go gray rock. So why do we want to go gray rock? It's because we're showing no emotion. You don't want to give them any emotion. And it's hard. Hey, how you doing, Uniquely Made? Welcome. So, hey, how you doing, Danny? I miss Danny. Okay, welcome. So it's hard to understand why they calling you in the first place. Like, it caught me off guard. When I got the phone call, I'm like, hello? I didn't recognize the voice, and I ain't talked to this person in almost a year. It's coming up a year in April. But I got the phone call, and I was like, I said hello. And then, they was like, hey, how you doing? Or something like that. I was like, well, who is this? What's the stupidest thing they can say? Well, you know who this is. Well, obviously, if I just ask you, who is this? I obviously don't recognize your voice. I don't recognize the number or a combination thereof. So I don't know who I'm talking to. So immediately, when when the person went on to say, talk a little bit further, I was like, oh, okay. It caught me off guard. And I'm like, we ain't talked in almost a year. So you're coming from a number that I don't know, which I usually don't answer unknown numbers, but that's my fault. That's one of the boundaries. I broke my own boundary, answering numbers that I don't know. So I once I realized who it was, I'm sitting there like, wait, what? I'm like, what are you doing calling my phone? I ain't talking to you. Hey, how you doing? Be set free. Welcome to the channel. So I'm sitting there like, what are you doing calling the phone? And then he went on to say, well, last time we talked, you said you didn't want me in your life. No, it's not frozen. I'm pausing because now that I'm saying it, it sounds even stupider because it's like, if the last time we spoke, I said, I don't want you in my life. That's my boundary, because you don't want to respect my boundaries. Why would you come back and call me? And that's the last thing you said. So then the person went on to say, well, if you don't want me in your life, why don't you say it again? So I don't know. I guess he thought I was scared or something. I'm not sure, but I went on ahead and told him again, hey, you know what? I don't want you in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't get the gist of the call, and I went on ahead and I blocked that number and proceeded accordingly. But I didn't really give him no reaction. Like I said, it did catch me off guard. So it catches you off guard. So it's weird. I didn't see Jamaican Barbie come in. She came in. Oh, okay. Hey, how you doing, Jamaican Barbie? I missed somebody. I was talking. So when they do this, you got to realize they're doing this because they're trying to get back to their supply. So they realize it could be a year, it could be 5, 10 years later. They realize that, that, what, I need Solomon for something, or I need, whatever your name, I need them for something. So, it's these numbers that you don't know. And I'm saying numbers, it could be a phone call, it could be an email you don't know. They'll get on your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, whatever, send you a message from ghost accounts and all kind of things like that. But just remember, when you know contact for a reason. So when you realize it's that person, your next step, when you realize, go ahead and hang up, block the number. If it's a phone call, if it's an email, you start reading it. And you're like, oh, maybe there's something about a business, and you realize that, oh wait, this is the narcissist that's emailing you. Go ahead and delete the email. There's no need in even reading any more into it. It could be an apology. We all know that the apology means nothing. They're going to tell you they're sorry for whatever reason, and who cares? So moving right along, keep calm. Keep calm once you figure out it's the narcissist on the phone or it's the email. So keep calm. Because our stress levels, your blood pressure start, going up, your blood balling, things like that. And you want to realize that, what I want you to realize, these people do these things out of spite. They do this to toy with us. They do this to get a reaction. They do this to see if you're going to get angry. Or on the flip side of that, which is all same thing, they doing this to see if they can get back in your life. So what if you do accept, well, maybe they change? But I want to ask you something. Have they really changed? The answer is no. They probably haven't. It's no way this person you blocked. Remember, they ain't called you for a whole year or 2, 3 years. Some of y'all longer than that. They ain't called y'all, but now out of the blue, they want to talk to you. So in your mind, a logical person, you would be thinking maybe they changed. But if you really think about this a little bit further, they haven't changed. They just changing their tactics. They thinking that maybe you forgot about what happened. We know we didn't forget. We didn't forget. Let me see. Click on this. Okay, here we go. They do this to disrupt your peace. I'm convinced. I agree with that. I agree with what Narcissist saying. They do this to disrupt your peace. Why do they do that? Because they don't want to see you happy. They see you starting a new business. They see you with a new car. They see you done bought a new house. They see you done got married. They see you started a new job. They watching you. Don't believe for a second that they not keeping tabs on you still, even though they ain't talked to you in years. They watching you. So to disrupt that, I'm gonna call them. I call it a transference of energy. So they calling you to take whatever you have going on good in your life and try to disrupt all that. So you have to be on your P's and Q's when you're getting these phone calls, when they're trying to contact you. You have to be ready to go. You have to have God out in the forefront and say, hey, I can't do this by myself. And you got to realize that, hey, some people that's in your life, they're not for no good anyway, like none. And I'm telling you this because I've seen this happen to myself. I've seen this happen to other people. Some people are just not meant to be in your life, or they're there for a season. So when they're there for that season and they move on, let them move on and stay where they at. Don't go checking their social medias. We done had to talk about that before. Don't go checking up on them. But I believe that they're going to be checking on you, so you don't have to worry about checking on them. Let me see something else they said in the chat. Let's see. Be set free. She said, thankfully, my ex-husband and father of my children has been MIA since August 9, 2019, day before our youngest birthday. And they'll do that sometime. They'll just leave, just drop everything and gone, MIA, like she's saying. But we praying that he never comes back, because I didn't watch some Be Set Free videos. Pray that he never comes back and try to get back involved in the life. Now, you always, people always say, well, he's the father of the kids. Yeah, That's true. But we all know it's different when you father or the mother of the kid and they are narcissists. Well, that's not the person that you really want to have around your kids or around you, because you set that boundary for a reason. Let me see what Jamaican Barbie said. I called them out on it as they ready to speak. I shut them up same time. The more aware you are, they will be like, whereas empathetic ways, I mirror them right back. Yeah, you have to, like you say, you got to shut them down from jump. Just you nip it in the bud as soon as you get that phone call, as soon as you get that email, you have to be like, no, I'm not dealing with this. And that's kind of what I did. Like I said, as soon as I realized on that phone call, like I said, this happened last week. As soon as I realized that phone call, I was like, wait, time out. We're not supposed to be talking. You know, my mind trying to catch up. You know what I'm saying? My mind trying to catch up with everything. Hey, how you doing, Aaron Dyer? My mind trying to catch up with everything. So I'm like, wait, nah, this is not how this is supposed to go down. I'm not supposed to be talking to this person. So once it caught up, it's like a little overload, and I realized what was going on. We was off the phone in probably less than a minute. And then, like I said, I blocked the number. Well, I thought I blocked the number, but he tried to call me back that next morning, but I had saved it under his old name. And then I went ahead and blocked the number and went on that way, you know. But you have to be on your P's and Q's, like we said in the chat. Hey, how you doing, Cat BX? You have to be on your P's and Q's and realize that these people, they're going to contact you. They're going to try. If they can't do it themselves, they're going to send someone. This is where the flying monkeys and the enablers come in at. So they're going to send someone to try to, you know, find out what's going on with you. So watch these people that's showing up unexpectedly at your house or calling you out the blue. You ain't talked to them in a couple of years, and they just come, hey, I just want to check on you, see how you doing. Just be cautious of that, because they're probably working along with this narcissist. I'm not saying everybody, but we know how this goes. Some of them are, you know, doing things like that. Continue giving them gray rocks. No emotion, just fly, like nothing. I'm not giving you anything, no kind of emotion. So, you know, just continue doing that, and realize, you know, what's going on around you. Be aware of your surroundings. It's not just for, you know, when you're out in the stores and the movie theaters, things like that. You got to be aware of surroundings in your own house. What I'm saying is, you know, from phone calls, emails, texts, things like that. You have to be aware of these things. So don't give them anything. You give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. So if you, let's say I would have took that phone call and been like, well, you know, let me keep talking to them. Now they got a way in. So now I'm going back to where I was a year ago. I don't want to go back. We always trying to move forward. So I'm not trying to go back to what I did. I stopped talking to you for a reason. It was a reason that I stopped talking to you. So, you know, you got to keep moving. Be set free. Yes, we do have to be on our P's and Q's 1000%. Exactly. We have to be on our P's and Q's. We have to realize what's going on, know what's going on. And then once you set that boundary, it's like when you break up with somebody, you broke up with them for a reason. So it's the same thing with the boundaries. And you set that boundary with that person for a reason. So don't go back to what you're doing, because you're going to end up back in the same spot or worse off than where you were before. So just remember that. Let me see what else they sent in the chat. Yes, one love. They full of games. They definitely full of games. It's like I said before. It's like they playing chess and we playing checkers. We playing two different games. Similar, but it's two different games. They for evil, we for good. So you gotta remember that. Let me see. North Free Living said they will call from virtual fake numbers as well. That's what I'm saying. These ghost numbers and things like my phone. I don't know how y'all phone set up. You can put certain things in your phone and your settings where certain numbers won't even come up. Like y'all, I don't even get. They just go straight to voicemail. So my thing is, if it's really important, they'll leave a voicemail. And if somebody I want to talk to, then we can go from there. But you have to do that to protect yourself, especially when you don't want no contact and things like that. Let's see what Uniquely May say. Well, you know the narcissist hated your family because they could rescue you from them, yet will still hoover with a hope all is well with your family. Yeah, what is that even about? They don't even like your family. They trying to find ways in. That's that picking and prodding, trying to figure out a way, how can I get in with this person? So you have to realize that too. Let me scroll up a little bit. Chat's coming in kind of quick. Let's see. One love say mature, grow adults, non-narcs don't have time for them games. Yeah, we don't. None of us have time for them games. Let's see. The person that was checking the temperature, as I always say. Yeah, she always say that the person that's checking the temperature. So they'll check the temperature to see, you know, where you at, like where your mind at. So you'll get that phone call. Well, let me see if Solomon is still mad about what happened last year. Now, I don't hold grudges. Anybody know me? I don't hold grudges, but I won't forget what you did. And if I set that boundary that I'm going no contact, ask my wife, I got a box. If I put you in this box, I got a few things in that box. Once I put you in that box, that's a done deal. We done. You're out of there. I don't have nothing to say to you. So you get in that box, you can, just keep it moving. Be set free. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, we got to continue talking about these things and continue shedding light on different things that's going on in our life. I think we all have different stories, but it's good to hear these different things. Like I said, it caught me off guard. It would just happen last week. And, I talked to Shannon about it. She was like, what? And I was like, couldn't believe he called just out the blue. I ain't talked to him in almost a year. We're going on about 11 months. Haven't talked not one iota, not an email, not a Facebook, not nothing. And just all of a sudden out the blue, 11 months later, you want to call me? Nah, not over here. Let me see what Jamaican Barber said. I call out my ex and call him as a narcissist, then block him. And I needed that a long time to think and guard my heart. And he hated that. Because that's, you know why, Jamaican Barbie? Because the reason why I hate that, because he wanted that supply from you, because you didn't call him a narcissist and you didn't give him a chance to respond. Oh, they want to get the last word. I don't know about y'all, but most narcissists want to have the final word, the final say so on whatever happens in your situation. They want to be the last to say anything. So by you doing that and blocking him, I can just imagine the demon inside him was just probably ready to nut up because he was mad. Like, I can't get the final. Well, hey, it is what it is. See what Cat BS say. There for the devil. I want to go crazy on him. However, my family prayed for me to look the other way. It was difficult. And you got to remember, we have to continue to go to God in prayer. We have to continue to read our Bible. Like I said on a video before, just because narcissist, that word isn't mentioned in the Bible, we can look at traits of different characters in the Bible and they were narcissists. And some of these verses will explain different narcissist traits. Look at it this way. If the Bible is calling these people evil, who am I to judge that? I mean, I'm looking at the Bible. It's saying they're evil. So you got to remember that too. Let's see. B said, Free said, yeah, and on my iPhone, you can make your number private when you call someone and they do that. Yeah, it's almost like that. I remember back in the day when you can call from the house phone, and you can put in, I think, a *69 or something like that, or whatever it was. You can make your number private to call people. You got to block every number they call from. Like Shannon always say, block game is good. Let me see what else. It's so easy to be healed physically, but they played with the mind that's evil. Yeah, see, they like to play mind games. They all about, is it just me or every narcissist that you meet love to play mind games? They like to say something but be doing something else. They like to say they're not cheating on you, but they're really cheating on you, but they accuse you of cheating. It is what it is. So it's the same thing. They're trying to draw you back in with these phone calls and emails. So you got to continue to stay the course of what you said and say, hey, this is not what I'm here for. So you got to remember that. Let me see what else I just missed. Nicolay may say rebuke the heat checks. Yeah, because like Shannon said, I mean, they're gonna pick and prod and try to figure out a way. They want to know where your mind at. You didn't went no contact for a while. They want to know, well, why, he ain't talk to me. Maybe now, since this time has passed. I think most people would think that, well, since 11, 12 months went by, 2-3 years went by, they can't be mad at me still for what I did back then, whether it was cheating or cursing them out or treat them like a kid or abusing them or whatever the case is. Nah, that's not how people work. And you gotta look at it. You haven't called them obviously because you blocked them, but they haven't tried calling you. So it says more about them than it does of you. You did it for a reason because you don't want to be around this person. They didn't call you because they don't care about you. I'm gonna say that again. You went no contact and blocked them because you did that for your own personal safety and things like that. Having a good mind and everything. They didn't call you for that whole 12 months or 4-5 years because they really don't care about you. When you think about it like that, they don't care about you. So that's why they was able to go that long without talking to you. What do they care? You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever, so you got to remember that. I see what One Love said. If I did have family land and partner with them, I would bounce. I wouldn't be dealing with them all. Yeah, that's tough. And then what I've learned or what Shannon learned, sometimes we talked about this before. Family Don't necessarily have to be blood related. I know we're going off topic just a little bit, but it's all within the realms of what we're talking about in the chat. Family doesn't have to be blood related. Family to me is who you make it. Natisha, that's family to me. That's a sister to me. And I'm saying that not just because she's in the chat and she helps me out with moderate, but it's the truth. Me and Shannon consider her a sister. And it's different others that I can say that sisters and brothers in Christ that God is bringing. So to me, they're more family than some of the family that say they're family. And the reason why I say that, how many people I can count on one hand and say support me from my family? Zero. Zilch. So you look at it that way, and I'm looking at people that's coming into my life that's actually, you know, pointing to me what that's prayer or whatever it is. That's who I call family these days. It's funny how God works, that he moving. So like I said before, he pulling the weeds out of the garden, get rid of all the bad people. And then he come in, he putting in good people. They don't have to be blood related to be family. I can call anybody my brother or sister, you know. So you got to realize that. Let me see. Can't be as right. They love to play around. They love playing these mind games. And I think they so good at some of these mind games. They're so good at lying and manipulating us. That's one of the main things that they want to do. Hey, how you doing? Love, peace, welcome. So that's one of the main things that they want to do. They want to sit there and play these games with you. It's like, you know, they playing games and want to see how you gonna react to it. They want to see how far you're going to take it, or how far they can take it with you, I should say. So they playing these mind games. You know, what is the phone call, like I said, I got last week. Now, what if I would have took that phone call, I went ahead and started talking to him and stuff. And then now he think he got, now I didn't give him legal access, like my wife always say. I didn't give him legal access to call me every day now and curse me out and act like I'm a 5-year-old. No, we're not doing that. It's a new Solomon. It ain't got nothing to do with 2021, just what God has been rebuilding and pouring into me. So now we're not playing them games. So I'm not going to sit there and play these games with you. Let's see what else we have. Can't be XA. I will be honest, I told his family and in court how he is a user and abuser, narc injury. He deserves steal from a woman. And I think I would be quiet. Nah, son. Yeah. So you got to call him out. Call a thing a thing. Call a narc a narc. It's just like that. Let's see what Love Peace said. They perfected the art of psychological manipulation. Exactly. And let's go into that right quick. Some of these people are psychologists, and they on here acting like they not narcissists. They didn't learn the game. They narcissists. They just went into a psychology field or a field like that. And you know what I'm saying? You sitting there like, well, nah, this because they on YouTube and because they teaching this stuff and they say they're psychology, it's the truth. No, that don't. You gotta realize what's going on. You gotta look at some of these people for who they are. You know, call them out, call a thing a thing. Not everybody on there is there for your enjoyment and there to help you and see you succeed. As a matter of fact, most people that you come into contact with, family or friends, don't want to see you succeed. Why they don't want to see you succeed? Because they don't want you to do anything that they're not doing themselves or something that they can't do themselves. So you got to remember that. Most people don't want to see you make it anyway. And whatever making, you know, is. Let's see what else. So the next point, when you're on the phone or you're on social media, anything, and you get this response from this person, don't get out of character. Remember, they're looking for that. They want you to get out of character and be mad and mean to them. You thinking you're doing something because you didn't curse out the narcissist or you didn't call them a narcissist and think that's what they wait. They want you to get out of character. Or like when you're in person, you know, you get into a fist fight with them or anything. I'm praying y'all don't do that, but you get into a fist fight with them. That's what they want. Because now they're like, oh, I didn't brought you down to my level. Don't go down to their level. Stay on your level, you know. Walk away. Walk away. Pray about it. Tell God, hey, give me strength right here and now because I need it. Because I'm about to go to this other place. And I know we all done been there when you face to face with these people, whether it's in court, whether it's face to face, you know, on the street. You got to be like, nah, I can't do this, you know. See what kept being Narc. They told me he used folks a lot and warned me, so God was on my side. That's good, Cat BX, because they users of people. They really are. They are really users of people. They would, and I call them puppet master. They would be the puppet master. They would be the person that's controlling, you know, all of the flying monkeys and enablers. So even if it wasn't that phone call, I probably got a phone call from someone else. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the flying monkeys, and that's how they work. So you'll get a phone call or get somebody, you know, to try to talk to you, and that's what they do. So like I said, they don't care about you. At the end of the day, if you keep that in your mind, the narcissists really don't care about you. I don't care if they tell you they love you 50 times in one day. They don't care about you. They narcissists for a reason. We label them as narcissists for a reason, not just to say, hey, everybody in the world is narcissist. That's not what we're saying. But certain people have this demonic spirit on them. So yes, they are narcissists. So yes. Let's see. I just missed one. Let's see. North Free Living said, I saw videos from self-proclaimed self-aware narcissists on TikTok. They are giving advice. One is a so-called therapist. See, that's what I'm talking about. So these people out here talking about they giving what therapy am I getting from a narcissist? I'm in therapy because of the narcissist. I don't want to go to therapy with a narcissist. Talking about the psychology person. So what are we doing? And a lot of people out here acting and funky. They police. They in the Senate. They senators. They police. They judges. They doctors. They lawyers. They everywhere. Are they gonna come straight out and tell you they narcissists? No, they not. They're not gonna tell you that. So whenever you didn't figure that out, you need to keep moving. Let me see. I just missed one. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Jamaican Barber said they're not even that smart, but we empaths just think it will stop one day. Nah, it ain't gonna stop. I started being protective over toxic people. Let them go at it and watch them because they like when you mediate to ensnare you. Yeah, it's never gonna stop. And it's great that you said that because the thing is, I thought it was over between the person that called me last week. I think it's over. I never hear from this person. It in the back of my mind, they might try to reach out to me. I ain't heard nothing, so I ain't heard a peep. So I'm like, hey, it's all good. Nah, look how they just come right back in. Let me swoop in. Let me call them, trying to, throw me off my game and throw my day off. But not today. But God. That's all I can say. But God. Not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. You're not gonna do it today. Uniquely made say I laugh at these narcs. Nah, that's what you have to do. And I didn't say that before. Me and Shannon are talking about this. Sometimes you have to laugh in these people's face. I don't care how mad they are. You gotta laugh in their face and walk off. They don't like that. Remember, they like to get the last word. So you gotta remember that, this person that's being so evil to me, want to see me die. I'm just gonna laugh it off. I'm gonna go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pray for you, brother. I'm gonna pray for you, sister. I'm gonna walk off. I know it's hard to do that. You got to get to that point where you're praying for these evil narcissists. Trust me. I had to get to a point. There were a few months went by. I wasn't praying. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I wasn't praying, but I had to get to that place where I can say, okay, you know what? I need to still, pray for these people. God, tell us to pray for your enemy. And I consider them enemies, at this point. If I label you as a narcissist, that's what you are. Lady B, I needed this tonight. I just got flowers and a Hoover from an email. Here's what I'm talking about. So they just come out of nowhere and want to send you flowers. And Valentine's Day coming up, whatever the case is, they think that $30 bouquet can change the last 20 years of anguish and everything you put me through. Nah, $30 bouquet ain't gonna get it tonight. Not today, not tonight, not tomorrow, not 2-3 years from now. You can take that $30 bouquet and do something else with it, Narcissists equal demonic. Exactly. They sure do. They sure do. Love, peace. We can't sugarcoat these demons with like narcissists. Call them what they are, demons. And I think that's part of the thing that a lot of people. I had to learn this. I'll tell you, I had to learn this. And Shannon, I'll tell you this. I had to learn that you can't just sit there and be like, well, these people, they people. Yes, they are people. Agreed, they are. But we're not fighting flesh and blood. This is spiritual warfare. So me knowing that, I can look at this person, see them for who they are and what they're trying to do to me. You mean nothing but evil in my life. So I can't sit there and say, hey, how you doing, Adrena? Welcome. Adrena just snuck in. You can't sit there in my life and just be like, like we cool or whatever. I'm looking at them sideways like the dogs be looking at, you ever talk to a dog and look at you like kind of sideways, like, like I don't understand English. So I'm looking at the narcissist like that, like, wait, what are you doing? So yeah, spiritual warfare is something. It's deeper than just calling somebody a narcissist and saying, we good because I went no contact. You're gonna have to put in a little bit more work than that. That's like going to work, clocking in, and sitting at your desk and only sending out one email. You're probably gonna get fired. So it's the same thing with the narcissist. You can't just sit there and say, well, I'm gonna go no contact and I'm good. You got to go in your war room and do some praying. You got to do some deliverance. You got to do some spiritual warfare, because it's not that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's not that simple. Let me see what else we're saying. Let's see. Yeah, can't be able to say right spiritual warfare. Definitely. Let's see, Jamaican boy. I heard I want to be spoiled, I want to be petted. I learned not to listen to every advice that comes my way. I'm glad out of my parents' house, and they still over me. Yeah, see, that's the funny thing about parents and things like that. While we're talking about that, now when your parent is a narcissist, that's a whole different ball game from having. Because to me, when your spouse is a narcissist, that's one thing. You can divorce them, you know, to do things. That's like when your parent a narcissist. How do you really divorce your parents while you're still here? You have to, though. In some cases, you have to divorce your parents, and people are going to come out, well, that's your mama, that's your daddy. Man, bump that. And the reason why I say that is because just because we blood related don't mean we doggone family. So just remember that. Just because they're your mom, your dad, your auntie, your cousin, brother, sister, whatever, if you then went through the characteristic traits of a narcissist, and that's what they are, you need to keep moving and go ahead and block them, and, you know, do it that way. Let's see what Free. Oh, wait, my bad. I clicked on the wrong thing. Oh, I just missed it. Okay. See it now. We were also hurt, but don't go around doing evil. It's deeper than that. Exactly. I mean, we was hurt to the, you know, some of it struck us to the core, but we didn't go around start treating people evil and abusing them and beating them and cheating on them and lying on them, doing the smear campaign. We was hurt too. And some of these people, they got to go a little bit deeper talking about the narcissists, because some of them were abused as kids and things like that. Guess what? We all have been done through things as kids too. So what are you saying? So your hurtness, your hurtness, I'm making a word. Your hurt doesn't allow you to spill pain on other people. So just remember that. Just because they, you know, they try to use that. Well, you know, I was abused as a kid. Well, God dang it, I was too. Now, what's your point? So you was abused, I was abused, that person over there was abused, the other person was abused. And guess what? 4 out of 5 of us ain't around here abusing people and trying to hurt other people in our 20s, 30s, and 40s. So what are you saying? So I just throw that tad bit out there. So don't let them use that I was abused and make it seem like you should show sympathy for them. Nah, not here. Not today. Nah, not showing no sympathy, because we all been abused or something that happened to us. So you don't get a pass. Call a thing a thing. You know, call a thing a thing. Let's see, where we at? Let's see, caveat. Someone tell me how a father who served his country in the army raised a loser like that. Makes you think the narc blames single parent for raising sons alone. Shaking my head. He needs to check his backyard. That's the narcissist parent talking and taking up for themselves. So you gotta look at the parent too. So if the son is narcissist, where do you think he got that from? Usually probably got it from the parents. I say parents because it might be both of them. He might have got a little bit from the mama, a little bit from the dad. So nah, you know what I'm saying? Nah. Let's keep moving. Uniquely may say narcissists will call out the blue when they are low on fuel. Exactly. I think that's exactly what happened in my situation last week. Or they want to devalue you to rejuvenate their energy so they can love bomb the new supply. So they just want to use you, period. At the end of the day, like I said, they don't love you. They actually hate you. Think about it. They actually hate you. They really do. They hate you. They don't like you. I don't care how many times they tell you they love you. They hate you. So moving right along. Narcs love to play games with their victims. Remember, we are victims. Now, being a victim doesn't make us weak. No, that's not what I'm saying. But you've been a victim of some type of abuse, some type of thing that a narcissist has done to you, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, credit. Like I said, there's a bunch of different types of abuse. So no matter what they've done to you, they've did something that has you in a negative space. And speaking of negative space, a lot of y'all that's in these negative space, look, we need to pray. We need to be praying for one another, because sometimes, like I said, that negative space can lead to depression, anxiety, and then worst case, it leads to suicide. So I wanted to make a mention about that. If you're in that negative space and you need prayer, you can reach out to me. You know, my website scrolling down at the bottom. You also can reach out to my wife, Shannon. You know, prayer is free. I did a post about that. Prayer is free. So if you call me for life coaching, that's different. Yeah, I got to charge for that. But prayer, we can pray, you know what I'm saying, and do deliverance. That's fine. But, you know, you got to realize that, you know, you got to be able to pray for one another. Excuse me. You got to be able to pray for one another and realize that some things you cannot do on your own. You can't do it. We all think we superheroes or whatever, and X-Men and all this. We can handle the narcissism. Sometimes you can't. A lot of times you can't. You're gonna need help from people. You're gonna need help from God, or a combination thereof. So don't forget about that. Let's see what Adrena just said. I missed the thing. Okay, here we go. Victims unfortunately target pawns in the grand scheme of the narcs. Endless demonic games. I like that. Definitely. They seek us out. They seek us out to kill, steal, and destroy. They seek us out to get that narcissistic supply from us. So whether it's a phone call like I received last week, or email, or sending somebody else to talk to me, either way you look at it, they doing these things to hurt you in the process. And that's I thank you for sharing that, Adrena. B said free say so weird how they hate us. I think it's projection from the hate for themselves. Must be. In all actuality, yes, we can probably agree on that they do hate themselves. And by them hating themselves, they hate everything about them, but they hate everything about you. Because usually you're doing something, you're like in a different kind of light compared to them. They're in the evil stance, you know what I'm saying? Like demonic, and you're in this spiritual light, and they can see you doing things. They see you coming up with the new business or the new venture, or talking about God, or talking about Narc. So people, that's when your trolls come out. I didn't talk about this before. This is where the trolls come out, like on LinkedIn. They want to hit me out on the DMs, but I got something for them this time. Me and Shannon was talking about this. So from here on out, when they try to troll me on LinkedIn or whatever it is, I'm not gonna say their name. I'm gonna start doing little videos on it on LinkedIn and just releasing it like that. Since you want to cut, you don't want to say it to my face, or actually come out on my post that you don't want to do things. So you got to watch the trolls. You have to watch the naysayers, because that's usually people that's supporting the narcissist. So people that support the narcissist, I can't rock with you. I really can't. So I have no time for it, to be honest with you. Let's see, what did I miss? Okay. Yeah, I like what Daddy said. Stay no contact until Jesus come back. For real. That's for real, for real. Because what am I going to do? What do we gain for breaking our no contact and knowing? It's like, for y'all that been in the military, I know Adrena has been in, me and Shannon have been in, anybody else, I don't know if y'all been in the military, but they got this thing called a gas chamber. You do it usually in basic training. So if I know going in that this is a gas chamber, and I got to take my mask off and try to say my name and social security number, and the gas is going to consume me as possibly I can pass out. That's like going to the narcissist, like getting back in touch with them and think about that gas chamber at the same time. So I know this gas is going to consume me. I know that the narcissist is going to try to consume me. This gas can possibly kill me. The narcissist can probably kill me also. So you got to think about that. Just remember the gas chamber. Do you really want to go in the gas chamber? No, we don't. So why you want to go talk to the narcissist and break the contact and go in there? I'm going to leave that door closed on the gas chamber. I'm going to leave that door closed on the narcissist. Leave that door closed. Keep the gas and everything they have going on that's evil in their life. Keep it in there. You don't have nothing to say to them. Block, like playing whatever. You blocking them on every thing you can. Let me see. The narc is a weak person who pick on kind folks. Why not pick on someone that is bad like them, a coward? Yeah, because they try to pick on somebody. I actually had a conversation with a woman called me today, talking about people messing with her at the job. And what it is, it's not that she's weak, but she was like saying things to me that she didn't stand up for herself when she should have. And I think that's what happened. They take our kindness for weakness. So you it's not that we weak. It's like you being kind. You want to be the bigger person. I'm telling you right now, sometimes you need to stop being a bigger person and be the better person. What I mean by that, the first one that files a complaint is like going through a divorce. The first one that files a divorce, you ever heard, they probably got most of the power. It's the same thing with being a better person at work. The first person that files the complaint on that person, you go have the same amount of power too, because now they're looking at it like, you know what? Oh, okay, something's going on. We need to look into whether we human resources or a manager or whatever. So stop taking up for these people and stop letting them slide is what I'm getting at. Stop letting them slide. Call a thing a thing, call it out as soon as it happened, nip it in the bud from jump. That way you don't have to worry about a lot of the things that come your way, especially at work. People don't realize how evil narcissists are. They're asking you to get back with and be friends with a demon. No, thank you. Exactly. So why I want to be friends with a demon? I mean, just why would I want to be friends with a demon? Why do I want to associate myself with demonic spirits? I don't. I won't. So no. So yeah, these people, and again, these people that saying this, that's people that haven't been through it. They're looking at it from like tunnel vision, like this here, like a horse with the blinders on. They don't see nothing on this way. They looking at you like this here. Well, that's your mom. That's your dad. You need to talk to them. You should love them. But they don't see everything else that's going on around me. Everything else that didn't happen. The abuse, the struggles, the cursing out, the put downs, the saying you're ugly, the saying you're not pretty. You'll never be nothing in life. You sorry. You trying to start a business, you ain't gonna never be nothing. They don't hear none of that. They just see they got blinders on. They just see that you're not friends with your mama or your daddy or your cousins or your brothers anymore. So that's all they looking at. I don't need them people in my life. Y'all can go. Y'all can be just like the narcissists that I blocked. You can be just like them. You can be blocked as well. I don't need you to be in my tribe. Like Shannon always said, you have to find your own tribe. I don't need you in my tribe. I'm over here. God got me building my tribe together with my wife and other people. We got our own tribe. We don't need you any further. I didn't need you in how many years? The last how many years? So I don't need you now. So just remember that. Love Peace say they thought we lost our minds talking about demons. Yes, they try to play this again. Let's go back to them playing games with us. They're playing games like we don't know what we're doing. Like once you call them a narcissist, oh no, you crazy. Nah, you crazy. Because the thing is, I think once you label them and call them a narcissist or say you want to get a divorce or whatever the case is, oh man, you crazy. Everybody don't like you anyway. They say all these little negative things. Man, look here. If I was crazy, I would stay with you. That's crazy. Me staying with the narcissist, whether it's an ex-wife or a husband or a mom, dad, brother, sister, whatever. That's crazy. You call them a narcissist, that's not crazy. That's called a thing. If I see somebody that's black, I'm gonna call them black. I'm not gonna call them white because that's not what they are. So if I see a narcissist, I see all the traits, I see everything right in front of me. That's a narcissist. So keep it moving. The demonic spirit entered the human body. We are dealing with demons and not human. Exactly. We see flesh and blood. Yes, Shannon, we didn't talk about this before too. If you can see everything evil around us, I think a lot of us would be like them old movies where the kid hide up under their covers and think nobody can get. You probably wouldn't want to get out your bed in the morning. You would just be like, I'm not leaving the house because it's evil things everywhere. It's demons everywhere. You go see angels, they got demons everywhere too. So nah, let's keep it moving. Let's see. Yes, B said exactly. We got our own tribe. Yes, there's no need, and I think that's another thing. The narcissists try to put some people, and I see this usually in married couples, and you'll see it, parents too. They'll try to put you in a base where you need them more than they need you. You gotta break that. You gotta break that up. Nah, you gotta get your own stuff. Stop staying in the house with your parents. Now you gotta stay with them for a little while to get on your feet. Okay, move out. But remember, they're gonna use that against you at some point. Because what they're gonna say is, remember when I helped you out when you didn't have nowhere to stay? And that's true. But if you paid money and you bought grocery or you did anything like that, well, to me, the debt is paid. Don't try to hold us over my head if you gave me somewhere to stay. So you gotta remember all that. Same thing with the ex-husband or the ex-wife or whatever. They try to hold things. Well, you was nothing when I met you. Well, I'm something now, and I ain't with you. So now what's your point? I was always something, but now I realize what my purpose is. So you got to realize that too. People just go continue to put you down and make sure that whatever they can do to control you, that's what they're going to do. So you have to realize that. Let me see. We will be praying and fighting in the spirit like we really should. Exactly. They are demons, glad to be without him. They're all around. Yeah, they demonic. How many of us can hold our hand up and say we've been with an evil person that did evil things to us and didn't care about our own life? They didn't care about our well-being. We all can raise our hand and say that. They don't care about our well-being. They still don't care about you. Even though they try to contact you, like reach out and call you on the phone, it's not that they care about you. They're trying to figure out a way, like we said earlier, to go back and get that supply or go back and figure out a way to just ruin your day. Yes, I see some hand. Adrena raising her hand. Be set free. Yes. So they're trying to figure out a way to ruin your day, or let's go a little bit further. It's not just your day. They're trying to ruin your life. You know, so you done started this business, whatever you done did to get away from them. You know, you done bought a new car. You got a new house and you feeling good about yourself. Nah, Narcissists like, nah, I can't have them doing that. It's like they want to control. They still want to control us. So, nah, at the end of the day, you like, nah, I have to keep moving. Cat BX said, right, I moved out and never looked back. My mistake was choosing men that are broken. No more, Satan. Amen. I'm glad you moved out and you realized, you know, the things that was going on. You realized that you was with some evil people trying to do evil things to you, or were doing evil things, I should say, to you. So yes, I'm glad you're out of that. Yeah, Trina said hand raised. Yeah. Like to be clapping. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, so getting back to, we're still on topic, but getting back, you know, what to do when a narcissist calls you out of the blue. Your reaction determines a lot. The reason why I said that is because your reaction, if you come off mad and angry, they just won. Think about it that way. They just won. If you react, I'm talking about in-person, phone, whatever. If you react angry, they just won. That's what they wanted. They wanted you to drop down to the level and be angry. So you gotta be thinking like, wait, hold on. This person just called me out the blue. I ain't talked to them in a few years. Why are they calling me? What are their intent? And then like Shannon and we always say, who sent you? The devil or God? 9 out of 10, it's not God. I can tell you that. It's not God. Let's see. Shannon said that Adrena Monet's so-called friends are absolutely horrible as well. I saw that in a friend. She was triangulating, gossipy, and smearing another friend's name. I was like, nope, not on my watch. And that's something else. Sometimes we have to get rid of friends and family. Friends come a dime a dozen sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They could be friends for 20, 30 years. They start acting narcissistic. We're no longer friends. I can't rock with you like that, like they used to say back in the day. I can't be with you. You can't be part of my tribe. I can't continue to sit by and be like, you know what? Well, we've been friends for 20 years. So people change. If you change to the evil side, we don't need to be friends anymore. We need to keep moving forward. If God has given you a purpose and a mission, some people can't go where you're going. And that's what I'm realizing. My purpose and mission is doing faith-based workplace. Continue exposing narcissists that are in the workplace and in marriages. And me and my wife come together to do a lot of videos. That's what I love about this. So we're able to talk about past experience and still learn together new things. But some people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear about us not celebrating Christmas or us not celebrating these holidays. That's fine. Don't call me on Christmas. Going back to what the video about. Don't call me on Christmas telling me Merry Christmas when you know I don't celebrate Christmas. How about that? Just know that I don't celebrate none of them holidays. I celebrate my birthday, my wife's birthday, birthday, we celebrate those, and our wedding anniversaries, things like that. That's things that we celebrate. That's what we choose. Don't tell me how to live my life because I won't tell you how to live yours. I don't call you telling you about, Christmas and I seen you a couple videos. You either watch them or you don't. Everybody do what they want to do, So you got to be looking for those things when those holidays come, like Valentine's Day coming up Sunday. This is a good time for the narcissist to try to reach back out to you and say, ooh, girl, I miss you. I love you. Like she said earlier, seeing some flowers. You ain't talked to me in the last 2-3 months. Now all of a sudden you miss me because Valentine's Day? What, you alone? So man, come on now. Come on, let's be real about this. Hey, how you doing, Lou 12340? Welcome. So you got to realize, like, hold on, man, come on now. Come on. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe is what I'm telling y'all. For y'all that watch Beverly Hills Cop, you know what I'm talking about. Eddie Murphy went back, put 2 bananas in the tailpipe. They went to take off and sucked up into the engine. I'm telling y'all the same thing. Don't fall for the okey-doke when the narcissist coming around just because it's a holiday like Valentine's Day. All of a sudden, girl, I love you. I miss you. Or if it's a woman, babe, I miss you. You the best thing ever happened to me. You the best thing ever happened to me. You treat me like crap. I don't think so. How about no? How about I keep moving? Uniquely Made say normal people can change, but narcissists are permanently dysfunctionally demonic. I agree with that. God got to fix them. I can't help you. I don't think a psychologist on this earth can help them. That's why they don't diagnose them. I believe God has to help them. Okay, can't be. My only question: why men don't look out for sisters like back in the day? And I've been through a lot with my black brothers. Gee, Satan, stand back, no more mistakes on the Friday night. Well, I'll tell you what happened. I'm glad you asked that question. I love questions. I don't mind y'all putting questions in the thing. From a man point of view, I'll tell you why this happened. Most men don't want to get involved with situations like that. I'm being frankly honest with you. Most men don't want to get involved with situations. They see you with the man, even if they see the man hit a woman, they don't want to get involved with it. It's sad, but it's true. Now, you take a real man that's actually about his business and about God's business, what I'm saying. So something like that happened, real men will step up and be like, hey, brother, you can't be hitting on that woman. Or they'll go out of their way and tell you something, even though that guy's their friend. Now, you'll recognize the real from the fake, because the fake, they won't tell you anything. Now, they'll talk a good game around their homeboys, and they'll talk a good game around you when you're not around a narcissist. But when you're with a narcissist, you never see that person stand up for you. So you got to realize that all men are not created equal, just like all women ain't created. None of us created equal. Some of them gonna be fake and phony. Some of them gonna be real about what they're doing. So some men, that's just how they are. I'm not saying I'm no gangster or anything. That's not what I'm saying. But in certain situations, when I see a woman getting abused or something like that, that's my opportunity to stand up and be like, hey, brother, this ain't what we supposed to be doing, hitting on women. So that's the opportunity for them to do that. So if they're not doing that, it's like they said, cowards. What I'm saying? Just call it a thing they cowards. So, it sucks, but you got a lot of men out here, they don't want to get involved with these situations. And a lot of men don't even know what a narcissist is. They don't know what that is. So, even though you're getting abused and all this, hey, it is what it is, but stay away from those men, please. Men need to protect women. I understand the dynamics, but still, exactly. I agree. Well, it don't matter if you're black, white, or other. When you're a man, you see a woman getting abused, that's your opportunity to stand up and do something. You know what I'm saying? Now, do you need to go over there and beat the guy up? Probably not. Sometimes a man will recognize another man and they'll stop because it's another man. Because they quicker to beat on a woman, but just because it's another man, like, okay, they ain't gonna hit you just because you're a man. So you got to realize just men being scared of the situation. So you have to you got to protect yourself at the end of the day. Like me and Shannon always say, we can still carry people over here at this house. So 9 times out of 10, if a situation happens, you run up on me, it's gonna be a problem. We both ex-military, so I just throw that out. We both ex-military, and yes, we can still carry. We legal and everything. So 9 times out of 10, we're not about drama or anything. That's not what I'm saying. But situations like that, you need to make sure you're protected, and protecting the women that's around you or a woman that you see. You don't even have to know this person, Let's see, what did I just miss in here? Let's see. Coach this said, right, real man. Exactly, they will. Because I've seen too many situations where the man just, they don't do anything. So it takes a real man to say, hey, man, bro, hold on, time out. Narcs are not on the same team. They work against you all the time. They not even playing the same. We playing football, they playing basketball. That's what I like to say. Whatever sport you playing or you thinking about, they playing a whole different game. So and that's why there's a difference in the way they operate and the way we operate. They for Satan, we for God. Obviously, we're going to play different. We in the light, they in the darkness. So you got to remember that. So it's a demonic spirit that you continually messing with. And that's not something we should do. Let's see, what did I miss? Okay. There's Narc Free Living saying the Lou 1, 2, 3, 4. My mom did that to me. I didn't realize she was lying for over 40 years. I was never given the chance to have a relationship with my father and wouldn't know him if I passed him. Yeah, you walk right by him. Sad. It is. I know this story all too well. You can walk right by him and we don't know who that man is. So you got to realize narcissist parents, mothers, fathers, or whatever, they think they're protecting you in their mind. For some reason, they think they're protecting the child by not having them around their father. Really, you're hurting the child even more. And I say father, it could be a mother too. You're hurting the child even more because maybe they should have access to that parent. Maybe they do need to learn. And I'm saying maybe they should. I'll take maybe out. They should get to learn about their own father. You get to a point where you're 20, 30 years old, you're able to make your own decision on whether you want to be around that other parent. So don't let them fool you and have come up with all this buffoonery that You know, just because I don't like that parent when they was dating, you know, they had a falling out. Well, my kid's not going to like them either. And I think that's what they do. And it's sad that they do that. It's really, really sad. So now you taking out your anger on a man or a woman and thinking you protecting the kids, or you just taking out the anger like, I'm not talking to them, neither are they. I see that's happening too much. It happens to me. It happened to me. So just realize that it happens to a lot of people. A lot of people don't talk about it. It's something I think we need to talk about more, because a narcissistic parent is in control of that. And they again, they playing a puppet master. So you 18, 20, 30 years, you're in control of this whole situation, lying about another parent. And when a child finally get to learn about their parent, it's either too late. Maybe they got cancer. Maybe they didn't died already. Or you didn't waste 30 years when you do get to find out about them. So it's like, it's sad. It's sad. See what one love. Yeah, I just taught my oldest brother, he know about narcs now. That's good. That's good. We need to continue to teach, continue to share, and let everybody know, you know, hey, it's not nothing to be played with. Lou want to say at faith-based workplace, they send the flying monkeys to contact you, block them. Yeah, they go do that all the time. And the flying monkeys, don't get it twisted. The flying monkey don't have to be somebody you don't know. Usually it's somebody that you do know that has access to you already. That's probably a close friend or family member. That's who they send. And I call them the messenger. Sometimes you got to kill the messenger. I don't mean actually kill them, but what I'm saying is you got to tell the messenger, hey, look, I ain't got time for this. Don't come over here with negative energy around me. I don't have time for these games that you're trying to play with the narcissist. So you got to cut them off at the head and nip it in the bud. I'm going to get my peace, be still. I got you. And there's nothing wrong. I said something about concealed carry. There's nothing wrong with having a concealed carry. You legal, you have your weapon on you. There's nothing wrong protecting yourself, whether it's a narcissist or anything. It's nothing wrong with having that. So don't be well, I don't like guns. And that's cool. A lot of people don't like guns. Well, being I'm a veteran, Shannon a veteran, we have no problem with, like I said, carrying guns or showing people, you know, something like that. That's something for a future day we might think about or whatever. But yeah. Let's see. Lou said, not free living. I'm sorry to hear that you were deprived of your father. Yeah, it's a sad situation. So the whole family dynamic has actually changed. So she was cut off from the father that we never know. Don't really know his name. It might all be a lie. Not really sure. You know what was told about a mom. So you gotta look at how much you hurting, not just the daughter, you hurt the father in that instance also. Because you never told him about we don't know, but it's a lot of things that these parents do when they think they helping or they just want to control. I'm not gonna even say helping anymore. They controlling the situation and making it come out the way they want it to come out. If they don't like that person, they expect you not to like that person either. Lady B say parents are something else. Definitely. They narcissists raise narcissists. Narcissists will raise another narcissist. I definitely believe that. Thanks for your feedback. I just think more men need to check them. Men are in this world because of a woman. Shaking my head, names. Yeah, like I said, it goes back to what I was saying. Some men just, they don't want to get involved. I can't speak for every man. I can't. But most men that I know, they don't want to get involved. Now, some men, yeah, they will go out there and fight for the win. But in most situations, they see something going on. Let's say you're in a restaurant and the man hollering at you, cursing you out, and he slap you. Everybody, today's climate, they're going to pull out cell phones and start recording it and put it on World Star and on Facebook. Nobody, not woman or man, and I'm not saying a woman should stand up, but I'm just saying not a woman or man in that establishment probably go stand up and help that woman out that just got slapped by this man. They won't. They go record it though. They're recording and post it quickly on Facebook so they can get their views and likes up. But if we would stop going view all this stuff, as soon as you click on it and realize what it is, how about you don't view it? Because now they getting their numbers up on something that they didn't stop. They helping it out. They helping out the situation. So yeah. So when they alienate the parent, the child doesn't really understand. They believe the narcissist. Yeah, because I'm glad you said that. The thing about it is the child is around that narcissist 24/7. Just realize that. Even if they get to go see that father or that mother 1 weekend or 2 weekends out of the month, about 85 to 90% of the time, they're around a narcissist. So who do you think they're going to grow up believing? They're around a narcissist all the time. They're going to grow and believe based on what the narcissist said about that father or that mother that's not in the household. So you have to realize that this person is evil and they meant for evil and they doing evil things to you and to the person that's not in the household either. You got to realize that. Let's see, I just missed something. I just seen these. Narc parents lie so much, you would never know the truth. No, they lie so much, they believe their own lies. They don't even know what the truth you know what I'm saying? They don't know. It's the truth. They don't know the truth. I'm telling you the truth right now. They don't know the truth. So you can't sit there and once you realize your parents are narcissists and you start unpacking some of this stuff, you got to look at your child, go all the way back to your child and realize a lot of the stuff they told you is probably a lie. About 90% of it is probably a lie on top of a lie on top of a lie. So nah, you can't, no. It's jacked up. It really is, but you know, let me see. Adrena says something, I missed this. I love what you said this, but Roseface being good and delusional like she is, Roseface still walks around boasting about her dad. She hasn't spoken to or seen in over 10 years to make her family appear whole. That's funny you say that, Adrena. See, the thing about that, what they'll do, I call it faking the funk and putting on a front, because what they'll do is they putting on a front to let everybody know their family is good. So for Christmas, guess what? Everybody had to take pictures. Even though they didn't brought in a stepdad, everybody gonna take pictures and be like, okay, everything good. Everything is good. Valentine's Day, you know, they having a big celebration. They want to take on a picture. But at nighttime, guess what? As soon as Valentine's Day over, it's nothing but fighting and cops getting called and everything else. They don't show you that. Everybody put on a front like everything is on the up and up. And I didn't hear people, anybody say that they mad and they don't argue, I don't even want to talk to you. Because I know you're lying. I mean, you don't argue about anything. Two people, y'all not the same person. Y'all both got two brains, two bodies. Y'all married. Y'all not the same person. So yeah, people that tell me that, I'm like, nah, nah, we good. We don't need to talk. We don't have nothing else to talk about. So yeah, delusional. Yeah, a lot of them are. Let me see. Love, peace. Yeah, she's talking about free. The children are programmed with false narratives and brainwashed like a cult. That's a good point, because you like in a cult. It's like drinking the Kool-Aid. And I ain't talking about the Kool-Aid that, you know, we make mystical. I'm talking about Kool-Aid like you drinking the Kool-Aid, meaning they didn't pump so much lies into you, you don't know what to believe. And it's not until you able to discern some of this stuff for yourself and start talking to God a lot more and watching some of these YouTube channels, you start to figure out something. You knew something was right. Well, off, I mean. You knew something was off. And now you start unpacking this stuff, you start figuring out something is wrong. And some of us don't even know, like the man that's in the house, not even our real dad. You grew up thinking that man was your dad. It's not until you unpack some stuff, you uncover this dude not even your dad. It's like, man, how? So they all of them been lying to you for years. So yeah, sad. Narcissists do not love anyone, including their children. The children are used as weapons. I definitely agree with that. They sure are. They like pawns. They use them, you know, however they see fit. It's a psychological and emotional child abuse and partner abuse. Of course, we need to stop this. That's something else that, you know, we need to get some laws in place to protect the children from the narcissistic parent. I know they got things in place where you can divorce a parent. We got to be a certain age. But to me, if somebody go in and realize this person is narcissist and using that child against the other parent, something need to be done and nip that in the bud like from jump. Good point. I'm sure Rocheface's dad was alienated over time before he finally walked out. And that's what usually happens. Let's say the woman is the narcissist and she's a covert narcissist, like, you know, real evil and you know, do evil things. Well, the thing about it is you only gonna take so much. And me and Shannon had this discussion before. I think the man gonna walk out before the woman. Because you see a lot of marriages where the women are stayed married to a narcissist for 30, 40 years. You don't see too many men. Men will walk off a lot quicker. So in a situation like that, the man probably walked off and was like, nah, I'm done with this. Done with that. Can't be extra. I tell my son, and he's seen his dad act a fool, and during hearing his dad yelled, "You mad because I cheated," shaking my head. So see, when the kids get to see this stuff firsthand, that's a whole different ballgame when they're able to see those things and they're like, wait, hold on, you know, things are different from you know, from what I was told. They can see it for themselves. That's the best coaching that anybody can give, because you can see it. I don't have to tell you, you can see it right there in plain sight. Nothing to argue with that. Love, peace. My dog was alienated from me. Have not seen her in almost 3 years. I'm praying for you about that, love, peace, because look, I had a situation with my daughters, and you know, we just now starting to build a relationship. And my daughters are 18 and 21, for y'all that don't know. So my 18-year-old, you know, we started communicating and everything, and they're talking about God. So I've been praying, you know, I never stop praying for her, never stop loving her. but we're starting to communicate. So that's great. Do we have a lot of work to do? Yes, we do. We still have work to do. So I'm praying for you that you get at a point that somehow, some way, and I hate to say it because the stories I've seen and what I know personally, they have to get a little bit older and get away from that parent. They have to get away from that parent. When they get away from that narcissistic parent, then they're able to see things a little bit more clearly. So we all gonna be praying for your love piece, that you're able to build this relationship with your daughter and get back to not what things were before, but even better than what they was before. So we'll be praying about that, definitely. Let's see. What did I miss? Okay, let's see. Faith-based, their family and friends are all demons. They were all controlling me. I finally got out of the fog and saw them for basically for who they are. That's awesome. When you can get to that point where you can see them for who they are. And I think a lot of times they say love is blind. I think a lot of times we in love with these people. So you see the red flags, but we don't act on the red flags. So we see things going on and we make excuses. And we tell ourselves, well, they didn't mean that. So when they haul off and slap you or punch you or curse you out, well, they just mad. They having a bad day. Well, you know what? I having a bad day too. I didn't curse you out or slap you or anything. So you gotta put everything within perspective and know that just because somebody having a bad day, that doesn't give them the opportunity or the reason or whatever to hit you or abuse you in any particular fashion. So just remember that. I'm loving the chat. It's going. Yeah, let me see. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Oh yeah, I try to pray for as many people as I can. I might not remember everybody's name sometimes, but I'm praying for people that was in the chat and things like that, because prayer is needed more now, more than any time that I've seen. With everything that's going on with COVID, with narcissists being exposed starting for sure last year, 2020, they getting exposed, and we rolled into 2021, it's still getting exposed. So a lot of prayer is needed for many people. And I'm praying a lot of people, are able to learn something about narcissists and just learn, not even just the basics. You need to go past that and actually practice spiritual warfare. You have to. Let's see what else. So sorry to hear that. Heartbreaking. It takes years to repair this damage. It does. It's not going to happen overnight. Some of us are going to have to go to therapy. I go to therapy still through the military. I do. I mean, I have, it's something that, yeah, I can talk to my wife about certain things, but certain things you have to go to therapy. Some things you have to go to God in prayer, but sometimes a therapist can get you to realize certain things that you don't realize yourself about yourself that's dealing with narcissists. Trust me, I still go to therapy. I'm doing life coaching and stuff. I still go to therapy myself on certain situations. I learn different things like, oh, that's why I act the way I act, because when I was a child, this happened. So how many of us have been there? A lot of us, Let me see what else we got in here. And yes, healing and recovery from this nightmare is something else. Yeah, because, they try to break the contact and call you or email you. Just remember, don't get angry about this stuff. And I know we want to get mad, like, oh, I didn't let them get through. Well, they call you from a number you didn't know, or they email you from an email you didn't know. Just go to God and say a quick prayer like, God, look, I want to stay no contact. I want to continue doing my great rock. So this is where I'm at. I didn't mean I had to do that. I had to, God, look. I talked to Shannon real quick, like when I had the call last week. Like, well, we both couldn't believe that the call happened, but I still had to say a prayer like, God, look, I'm my heart at. I'm not an evil person, but I can't talk to this person. I can't. I really can't. So knowing that, I mean, you gotta keep moving forward and know that you're healing. Remember, I did a video. You have to go through the hurt to get your healing. This all is part of the hurt. When you're going through this no contact, when you're going, you're doing the gray rock, when they're doing the smear campaign, when they sending the flying monkeys towards you, this is all part of the hurt process. But you got to go through that. You got to learn from that. And then you got to get to your healing. Once you get to your healing, that's when you're able to sit back and be like, I can pray for this person. Because I promise the whole time you're hurting and you're angry and you're mad and you're sad all at once, it's no way you go sit there, and probably most of us don't want to pray for these people because we hurting. But once you go through that hurt, then you're like, wow, okay, now I'm at a place where I can pray for this person. I didn't learn some things going through that. And that's where all these teachings and all these things come from. You got to go through it. Don't be scared of it. God didn't give us a spirit of fear. Don't be scared of it. Keep moving on. Let's see what else. I know I missed a few things scrolling. Let me see. We understand that depression from narcissist abuse is like no other. Yeah. And some of us might have to get on medication and stuff. We're not praying, you're not saying talking about ending that over our life, but some of us, they had to be on medication for depression and things like that. It's a tough place to be in when you have a narcissist, whether it's a mom, a dad, a spouse, a brother, someone you didn't love on for years. We talking about years. It ain't like she was your mama just today and then no, for years, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years as your spouse or parent or whatever. It's a lot to unpack. You're not gonna get it unpacked in one therapy session. You're not gonna get it unpacked on just going no contact for a few months. It's going to take time. And you got to be patient. You don't want that. You want that healing that's not only good for you, but good for the people around you. Meaning, if you have kids and you have people that's around you, you didn't remarry, you have to be healed as well. You know what I'm saying? So you have to go through these things. Let's see, Adrian. And yes, healing and recovery from this nightmare is something else. Yes, exactly. Not free living says it's okay to be angry. They're violating your boundaries. Just try not to stay there. Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you, when I got that phone call last week, it caught me off guard. I was kind of upset, and when it happened, I was like, what just happened? Because I really didn't recognize the voice. I ain't spoke to the person in almost a year. So and then like I said, when I realized who it was, I had to take a couple of steps, into the kitchen. I was like, why are you calling my phone? And I'm asking, I should have just hung up. I'm like, why did you call my phone? And like I said, for y'all didn't catch it in the beginning, it was like, well, last time you spoke to me, you said you ain't want me in your life. Okay, MacGyver or Matlock, I should say Matlock. Okay, so you smart enough to know last time I told you what I said. I said what I said. So this goofball had the audacity to say, well, I didn't want you to say it again. You thought I wasn't gonna say it again? I said, man, I don't want you in my life. And I hung up because he was about to say something. It sounded like he was about to curse me out. I hung up because the last call that we had, he tried to curse me out. I hung up on him. So, you got to keep moving. Yeah, like she said, you can be angry. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be angry, but don't stay there in that anger. Don't stay there. Exactly. You got to go through that. We have to allow ourselves to feel our emotions now, whatever they are. I journal or sit with whatever I'm feeling so I don't suppress it. Yeah, because I think a lot of times we try to suppress it, whatever the emotion, that negative feeling is, we suppress it. And then we suppress it down so far, we actually forget about some of these things until something happens and it brings it up again. So it's a good thing journaling and writing down some of these things, you're able to go back and read. And then you can see your growth. That's the good thing about that. You can see your growth. So you can go back, you've been journaling for 2 years. You can look 2 years ago, man, look where I was. I was depressed. I was angry. I was sad. 2 years later, look at all the growth I done went through. I'm happy. I didn't got my weight back, my shape back, whatever the case is. Some of us lose weight, some of us gain weight with the narcissist. You look depressed, So you can look back. That's a good thing, to journal. Great thing. Cat BX, my child saw this BS this last narc did, so he is aware. Don't even trust anyone, and I thank God. At 13, no child should have a man use their mother. So sad. Exactly. At no age. 13, 10, 5, 25, 30. No person should have to see their mom being used. And sometimes it's worse when you're older. When you're an older child and the mom being abused, and you try to talk to them, they don't want to hear it. And it's sad because you're sitting there telling them, to get out, leave. But they don't want to, they've been in it for so long, they don't want to listen to you. So, that's sad too. Can't be excel. I mean, that's great. That's great. Love Peace say narcs isolate us, so all we have is ourselves and God. If lucky, some family members that were not sucked in by narcissists. And see, that's the thing, the narcissists try to suck in so many people to be on their side because they want to have everybody on their side. It's like you against the world, literally and figuratively. It's you against the world. So everybody you thought was your family, how are they your family? And it takes one incident, I should say, to break up the whole family. So the family not talking to you or anything. So that's why I said what I said earlier. Family, sometimes they're not blood related, but God will bring you family members into your life, whether they're brothers and sisters or motherly figures, fatherly figures, in your life where you can have people to talk to about certain situations. Just because they're blood related doesn't mean that we cool. Tell you that right now. Let me see, Lady B, that's how that trauma gets stuck in our bodies and we repeat those cycles. No more of that. Yeah. Once the trauma gets stuck down, it's like killing us. It's like having a leech or a parasite, I should say, on the inside of your body that's slowly killing you. And that's what the narcissist, that's like what you're saying, the trauma, the narcissist trauma that we have, and we're not dealing with it like head on. That does something to our body. It does something to our mental. It does something to our spiritual state. It does. So you got to realize those things. Hey, how you doing, Narcon? I see Narcon came in. Thank you for joining. Hi, guys. Just catching you before bed. We all healing. It's an ongoing journey. If you think you know it all, you're stuck. It's a journey. Compassion comes eventually. They are, yeah. Thank you, Narcon, for that. Yeah, she's right. Thank you for joining. She has a great channel. Matter of fact, I follow her channel. Great content. If you don't follow her, yeah, she's right. We gotta. The healing is it's not a one-day affair. It's a journey. I might be fighting, for the rest of my life, but it's something that I'm willing to go. You have to be willing to go through it. So once you make that in your mind that I'm willing to go through this, you get to a place where you're like, you know what, I can do this. And God's gonna reveal some things to you that you can actually do that. Let's see. Adrena, having gotten back to journaling 2 months ago for the first time in about 20 years brings me back to all the diaries I kept as a kid. That's awesome. So I need to. A lot of men I know don't journal. I try to journal off and on, but that's something I need to work on. Journaling more because like I said, it gets you to a place where you can look back. A couple of years back, you can see your growth and see where you came from. So it's actually something great to do. You can go to the little cheap store, buy your little journal or whatever, or type it in on your computer, however you want to do it. So that's awesome to do that. Very awesome. Just don't get like we're talking about. Don't get sucked into what the narcissist games are. They're calling you, they're emailing you, they're texting you, sending the flying monkeys to find out what's going on. They, like I said, they always want to have tabs on you. They do. They want to know what's going on in your life more than you want to know what's going on in their life. So yeah. Yes, I'm a little bit farther behind. Let me see. Let's see where we at. I don't want to go too bad. Don't look back for nobody. Yeah, we gotta continue moving. Don't sit there and wait for these people. And I think a lot of us too. And I would tell y'all the truth right now. We're about telling the truth on here. I was one of the people that sat there and thought I could change this person. Me as a man. Usually it's women that try to change men, I think. But me, dummy, call myself dummy back then. I'm not a dummy, but sitting there thinking I can change this person. You can't change the narcissist. You can't change. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you give them breakfast in bed. I don't care if you buy them things. You're rich and you're able to buy them everything in the world, cars, down, whatever. I don't care what you do for this person. You cannot change their mental state. Just remember that. No concept. Yeah, up late. Glad to catch you live. Thank you again. Like I said, for joining. Thank you. One love. I'm too optimistic for staying angry, but I can go off on these narcs though. Yes, I have grown a lot. Hey, sometimes you gotta let them have it. You do. You gotta, because it's like a pressure relief. You built up with so much pressure. Sometimes pressure bursts pipes. So you have to release some of that. Now, you want to watch, what you're saying and things like that. I understand that, but you have to be willing to say. You got to stand up for yourself at the end of the day and say some things. Whether they call you, email you, whatever, you see them in person, you have to be willing to stand up for yourself. Let's see. Let me get back down, get back a little bit closer. Exactly. During the same thing I was saying. It's you against the world. So like she said, us against them narcs. So I think knowing that it's a constant battle dealing with these narcissists, we have to realize that, like I said, prayer is free. Prayer is free. So we can pray for one another. We can go to prayer at any time of the day and pray for each other. But loving this narcissist is going to cost you a lot. Now, listen to what I said. Prayer is free. Therapy, it might cost you. but they get you to a different spot. But loving this narcissist is going to probably cost you everything. When I say everything, it could cost you your house, it could cost you your job, it could cost you your credit, it could cost you your well-being, your mental state. It can cost you your life. Let's be serious. A lot of people don't like to talk. It can cost you your life. We know, we done heard a lot of stories where the narcissist said they was going to kill a person, and guess what? People didn't heed the warning, and the narcissist actually done that. So when you go no contact with these people and you block them on everything, keep them as is. Keep them no contact and keep them blocked. So just remember that. Narcissist would tell me I should die. See, that's why they don't care about us. They evil people. They do not care about us. They don't care about us at all. God wants us to cling to him, not to them. Exactly. Cling to a narcissist for what? What can a narcissist provide for me? Nothing. KBX Solomon writes, don't talk to them much. My sister had a relationship with the narc that abused me, so I aware that they are everywhere. They're everywhere. That's why faith-based workplace is about work. A lot of other people talking about, narcissists that they've been married to or parents and things like that. Hey, they at work. I done said this before. The narcissist, just because they leave home and they are narcissists and go to work, they're still the same person. They just in a different environment and they being evil to you at work. So yes. Let's see. Narcon said, Junior, we got fresh air, and C, no narc air. We got to work hard at it. Exactly. I agree with that. Definitely agree with that. Let's see. Lou12340 said, at Narc Free Living, it is not that we cannot disconnect from them. The narc demon refuses to detach from our soul. We must rebuke the demon. And like me and Shannon talk about this a lot. You got to break the soul tie. You got to break the soul tie. Do I have my book? I try to share my book. You got to break the soul tie. For y'all that ever read this book, John Elkhart, Deliverance and Spiritual Warfare, this is a good book to get. He has a few other books, but it's a good book to get when you in spiritual warfare. Because that's what we're in. We're in spiritual warfare. It's not human against human. It's human against demon. They're not equal. They play on a whole different set of games, whole different set of rules. So you gotta remember that. Uniquely Made say, I tried therapy and journaling, but the only help that works for me is God. Hey, sometimes it's like that. Just going to God in prayer, dropping down on your knees, or just having a conversation with him. That is the only thing that can help. I agree with that. We all got to find our own way to deal with these things. But remember the word I just said, you have to find, you have to search. You have to go through that hurt to get your healing. So you have to find those things that's going to help you along on this journey, like we're saying in the chat and everything. Love peace. It's unbelievable how many people they fool with their illusions. And that's what it is. It's all smoke and mirrors. At the end of the day, they want you to think they the best at everything. I'm the best at this. And actuality, they're good at nothing. I'm gonna say they're good at nothing. Like nothing they're good at. They're just some evil people that front and fake like they the best, and they really not. Love Peaches said you can get the book online on YouTube for free on Spiritual Warfare. Okay. See, I didn't know that. See, so that book I just showed y'all, that John Elkhart, Deliverance and Spiritual Warfare. Love Peace said you can get the book online on YouTube for free on Spiritual Warfare. I know it's on, Amazon or whatever, but that's good to be able to get it for free. Thank you for sharing that with us. Yeah, see, Shannon, because she read it all the time. I didn't know that. I need to get the audio version as well. Yeah, I'm going to look into that myself. I like audio, to be honest with you. Sometimes just them talking and me listening. I do that in my Bible app. Sometimes I just listen to the audio and let them speak it, and I can remember it more, like the verses and everything like that. So yeah. Yes, renounce and rebuke. Exactly. We have to put in work. It's like a job. When you think about dealing with a narcissist, it's a full-time job. We're not half-stepping over here. It's a full-time job, and defending yourself and talking to these people or talking about these people, on a spiritual level, it's a full-time job. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to put in work. I've been putting in work, and I'm ready to put in even more work to keep exposing these narcissists and keep bringing forth, things that's going on. It's a constant battle. It's a constant battle. Like I said, I was in the military. So to go to war, guess what? We had to realize what our enemy was doing. We had to know what our enemy was capable of, and we had to prepare for battle. So when you're dealing with a narcissist, you have to realize same thing. They the enemy. You have to realize what they're capable of, You have to realize that it's not a love thing, it's a battle. When you get that out the way, that you know what, it's not love, it's a battle. You know, you better off because you at war. You really are. Let me see, I missed something that popped up. Okay, Narcon said it's a battle with invisible swords. You have to feel the first cut and run. Wow, I love that. I love that. I love that. It's a battle with invisible swords. You have to feel the first cut and run. Y'all hear that? That's a good one. That's a good one. Lady B say, I'll say almost everything, giving them some benefit of the doubt. Yeah, true. They're capable of so much. Most of it evil in nature, you know. Love Peace said, expose and spread awareness of these demons. And that's what we had to continue to do. We had to continue to expose them, you know, whether it's on YouTube or whatever we, you know, wherever we can, we had to continue to expose them and continue to teach people that I think a lot of people, to be honest with you, they think they're alone. And you're not alone. You're not. At the end of the day, we are not alone in this fight. We have God and we have other people that have been through this. So you have to reach out to those people. A lot of us have email addresses and things like that. Like I got my stuff strolling down at the bottom. So we have things that we can, you know, can get in touch with people. You know, my phone, you go to my website, my phone number's on there if you need to call or email me, things like that. It's things we can talk, we have to talk about, not that we should. We have to talk about some of these things because sometimes you don't know what else to do. Especially in a work situation or as a mom or dad or whatever, you don't know what else to do. So you got to remember that as well. Let me see what else in the chat. Narcs are weakened by the exposure and awareness being spread. Yeah, I've been saying that a lot, especially last year. I'm saying the more and more people, more and more channels are coming out on YouTube. That's where it's really getting exposed at a lot. And I see a little bit on Facebook. They got different groups that talk about narcissists, but on YouTube, they got exposed at it. I know they don't like none of us. They probably sitting back right now, probably putting dislike on our on the chats and everything. They were like none of us. They going through all our channels. That's where most of your dislikes come from. Or you get a negative post. That's what they do. You know. So yeah, you got to realize that you at war. This is not for the weak. You know, this is a war that you go out to fight and know that others are willing to stand in the gap. You know, with us. One Love say you go too far, I'm going to expose you. And that's that part of setting up the boundary and realizing that you can't give them an inch because they're gonna take a mile. So you nip it in the bud from jump and you don't have to worry about that. Narcs are weakened by all exposure and awareness being spread. Yeah, I just had that up. Yeah, definitely. Coach Natisha said, can't wait for your book at Adrena. Yeah, Adrena. I didn't see that in the chat, but hey, that's awesome. You writing a book, hey, you know me, Shannon, we definitely go support. A lot of people in here go support too. We are not alone. God and these YouTube tribes of survivors. Exactly. We're not alone. We're getting stronger. You know, we're getting stronger. You look at a lot of these YouTube channels and everything, we're getting stronger and stronger. Like daily. People come out with another YouTube. I see another YouTube channel on Instagram. I see somebody, meet people like, whoa, okay, wow. You know, so it's growing. So we're not alone. The narcissists think they've won this battle. Nah, the battle has just begun, like they say a lot. Norfree said, I love peace. Yep, expose them and you will see those demons manifest. The black eyes, the smear campaign, etc. Yeah, the smear campaign, that's a whole different animal. And it sucks dealing with all that stuff, like having these people doing things to you, but they do it out of spite, and they're trying to destroy you and break you down. Can't be X. I thought I was going crazy on alone. No, you're not going crazy. The narcissists want you to think you're going crazy. That's a win for them. You start questioning yourself, they're like, okay, I got her. But nah, you're not in it alone. You need to make a drill. You can call your book Roach Face Killing. Y'all funny in it. I like it. I like it. Okay, Adrian said he got a lot of exposure on Twitter. So I'm not on Twitter too much. That's not one of the things I get on too much, but I'm gonna have to look into it a little bit more. But yeah. Adrena Coach. Okay, writing a book. Can't wait to read it. Exactly. Narcon. Loving this Facebook. Thank you. Night for now, guys. Talk to you soon. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. And we definitely go support your channel. We haven't I'm ready to subscribe, but you haven't subscribed, definitely go into Narcon. She has great content. Thank you for coming in again. Mary J. Preach. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Let's see, Lou 1234, not at Narcon, yes, but unfortunately we are numb to the first cut and many more after we get drained of our life force before we wake up. Yeah, that's the thing. That's go back to what I said earlier. Recognizing the red flags. I think we so quick to say this just a person, but we got to remember this is not a person we're dealing with. When you recognize those red flags, you need to act on them and be like, okay, something ain't adding up. Some of these things not adding up. Something not like the other. So we got to realize that. So I'm telling y'all, you see a red flag, a few red flags, go ahead, go to God and talk to him about it. You know, or call somebody or watching YouTube. They're like, hold on, this lined up with narcissistic traits. So I need to do something to get myself out of the situation before some of us can catch this before we get married. But we wait too long and you done got married and had kids and got a house and car. So now you're like, well, I'm just gonna stay in it. Nah, you're gonna end up in a crazy house somewhere. Don't do that. Lady B. At KBX, I still get that feeling, even though I have a wonderful tribe right here on YouTube. People and family are ignorant and say foolish things a lot of time. Yeah, people are more negative than positive these days. Not everybody. I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people are more negative than positive, and it's sad. But again, we got to keep praying for these people and keep moving forward. KBX, I appreciate the dialogue tonight. I do too. I'm loving what's going on. Today is a great day, a good day. Like Ice Cube said on this old rap song. I ain't talking about no AK or nothing like that, but today is actually a great day. It started off great when I woke up, getting a phone call from a woman talking about work. So today is a great day. It's a great way to end it, with y'all, with the family, talking about narcissists, what I love to do. So me and, a lot of us love to do. So yeah. I see they messing with Adrena ideas for the title. Yeah. Yeah, we can throw a whole bunch of ideas for that title, Adrena. Oh, and speaking of that, next week is the night. Yeah, next week we actually I'll be posting that thumbnail on Monday. But me, Adrena Monet, Shannon Savoy, which is my wife, y'all know, Not Free Living, and myself are going to be doing a live next Friday. You don't want to miss this one. This one is called Narcissistic Friendships. So next Friday, Adrena Monet, Shannon Savoy and myself are going to be doing a live on narcissistic friendships. Yeah, you might want to grab your popcorn for this one because Adrena go share some stuff about roach face, I'm pretty sure. So we should have a good one next Friday. So hopefully I get to see y'all then. Let's see what else we got. Okay, like I'm getting, it's been an hour and a half, so I'm about to get ready to wrap this up. Before I go, I just want to go over a few things before I go. When I oh yeah, I see Not Free Living. Okay. Oh, wrong one. My bad. I missed it. Scroll it up. Yeah, we're doing part 2 of the series, Education and Googleation. Shannon Savoy and my just say hey Tonya that came in. Tonya, welcome. So yeah, we're gonna do part 2 of the series. We didn't do one last Sunday because of the Super Bowl, so we didn't do the part 2. But this Sunday, Shannon and myself are going to be doing part 2 of the series she started Sunday before last. So you're going to want to tune in for that. The first one, it was Cashmere and Shannon and myself. We did it. It was really good. So we're going to do part 2 of that. So you're going to want to tune in. So we got some things coming up over the next. Me and Shannon got some ideas we're working on doing a few things too. So we'll be telling y'all about that coming soon, like for March and April and things like that. We're just trying to plan things accordingly and work things out. So it's always great to be able to do that. So yeah, Sunday we have that coming on. But again, let's go back to the phone call. Let's go back to the email, or the narcissist tries to contact you anyway. Real quick, 10 things. Don't give them a reaction. Don't give them no reaction. When you realize who it is, don't give them a reaction. Hang up. Just get out of there. Keep calm. Once you figure out it's the narcissist, like keep calm, because I think a lot of times we get so upset and we angry because this person that called us. So keep calm. Woosah. Number 3, give them gray rock on the phone. Just nothing. No kind of blank face, just no emotion, no nothing. 4, remember their objective is to get a reaction out of you. So remember that. So just, and like just say no, that like Tonya just said, hang up is the reaction, boom. I used to tell people sometimes when I really didn't like them, I want to talk to them. I'd be like, "Do you hear that bass?" And be like, "What bass?" Hang up. It's that dial tone. I know that's a funny joke, but it's the truth. It's the same thing. Just hang up on them. Don't give them the time of day. Don't let them get you out of character. It's the next thing. Narcs, like we talked about in this live, narcs love to play games with their victims. Remember, we the victim and they want to play a game with us. Don't play the game with them. We don't want to play the game with them. So just remember that. What's next? Once off of the phone, block that new number that they just called you from. I told you last week, I didn't recognize a number. That was my boundary. I broke my own boundary answering the phone. But, you know, I'll be thinking it's business or something. They're calling about, you know, life coaching or something. So I'm not sure. So I try not to, you know, answer them. I try to wait. So don't answer unknown numbers. And you won't get hit with that, you know, that person trying to, you know, get at you that way. So remember that. Make sure each time they call you back from a different number, block that number too. Like Shannon always say, your block name got to be like on cloud. Now you got to have the best block game ever. So just remember that as well. Let's see. Number 9, don't get angry or upset. Go to God in prayer. So when you get off the phone, you know, have a prayer with God. You know, you didn't want to break that contact, you know, that no contact with them. Just go to God in prayer and just realize, you know, hey, it's something that you wasn't trying to do, you wasn't meaning to do it. Just go to God in prayer. Number 10, last but not least, depending on where you are in your healing process, will determine how you should handle this call. So, you know, depending on where you, if you just broke no contact, you know, been 5 days, you're going to handle them a little different from somebody that's been no contact for 2 or 3 years. You still might get a certain reaction, but it's just a difference. So you got to realize that what's going on. Let me go back in the chat before we close out. Let's see. I'm happy to see Tonya came in. That's awesome. Had Narcon in here tonight, so it's pretty good. I'm happy just to see, you know, the few people that come in. It's awesome to see, because the dialogue was awesome tonight. Love Peace say great advice. Let's see. Lou, Love Peace. Yes, we must continue to expose the narcissist and parental alienation. Information is key. Parental alienation is something that I know a lot about. Definitely. Me and Shane was somebody probably end up doing a video or a series about that, because that's something I had to deal with, still dealing with. So that's something that, yeah, it happens a lot. Let's see. Cat BX say who brought you here, right? So yeah, who sent you? God or the devil? I don't play with the devil. I ain't got nothing for him. So who sent you? Faith-based workplace, Knox feel your energy through either refuse to give them energy. Don't give them none of the energy, just trying to suck you dry. They energy vampires, so just stay away from them. Just say no. The Narcs Tony say, don't play games because you're a game changer. I love that. I love that. Don't play games because you're a game changer. You set the tone of the game. You set the tone of what's going on in your life. You know, life isn't a game, you know. So right before we close out, I'm gonna say a prayer before we close out. Just be happy, don't show any emotion. Let them know you're moving on. Whatever you do, don't start telling them how they hurt you. Yeah, don't go down that road, because then you got to go get more counseling for the counseling that you're already in counseling for. Yeah, I know I just said that a bunch of times, but you I'm just saying, just realize that, you know, if you tell them about they hurt you, that's what they want. They want to know. They know that they hurt you, but you telling them, that ain't good either. That ain't good either. Let's see. Narcissism and parental alienation have been kept secret. Unless you experience it, you never heard of it. Exactly. And the more people exposing, like I said, the more channels coming out, more people talking about it, the more we're going to shed light on the situation. Shannon, we got 20 feet of snow coming. Oh, no, we're supposed to be getting snow over here. Actually, I think Monday, huh, Shannon? I think we're supposed to be getting snow over here in Houston, Texas. So, hey, who figured? But I'm praying that you be safe, Tonya, you know, home safely and everything, especially that snow is nothing to play with. Coach and Tissue. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to forget to pray. I'm about to pray in about 2 minutes. I'm wrapping this up, just making sure I ain't miss anything. Let's see. Just say no, nice girl. Who ordered this one? We're supposed to get snow next week. Yeah, it's supposed to be 16 degrees Monday in Houston. Yeah. So I'm staying at home. Just so y'all know, I'm not off from now. I'll take phone calls and stuff, but I'm staying. I ain't going nowhere. I already told Shannon we ain't going nowhere. Real quick, I just set this up today. Shannon told me about this. Scrolling at the bottom, if you want to get in touch with me or book a session with me for life coaching, that's my new thing. I'm steady learning and growing. So I also have it on the website. If you go to my website, it's right down the front. So if you want to schedule a session with me, the first session is free, the free consultation. Then after that, we have a paid thing set up. But yeah, so we're about to wrap this up. Let's say I'll go ahead and say the prayer, and then we can go ahead and get out of here and play the little last video and everything. God, I just want to come to you in prayer tonight. I just thank you for this opportunity for us being able to just share and just learn about Narcissism. I want to thank you for the people that was able to stop by, even if it's just for a moment, just knowing that they was coming out here just to support one another, support each other. We all going through different stages of where we at in our healing process, dealing with a narcissist or dealing with parental alienation, whether it's a parent or a sibling or a spouse. Either way, we still have dealt with this evil person, and we're just trying to learn how to move forward. Oh, Heavenly Father, we're asking for strength, and we're asking for understanding on the situations that we have been through and the situations that we're going through. Moving forward, we love that we are able to share and grow and talk to each other and just be helpmates and just help each other out during these difficult processes. We know we can't do it alone. We know that you are the one that's in the forefront of all this. We know that you are the one that are bringing families together. And when I say family, I'm not talking about just blood related. I'm talking about the family, the tribe that we have here on YouTube. The people that we are come in contact with, like Tonya and Adrena and Natisha and Love Peace and so many more that have come through. Our family is getting bigger and it's getting stronger. And the more and more that we share our stories, the more and more we can help each other and grow. We just want to say thank you for this opportunity. And we thank you for just the love that is shared. And we thank you for everything that you have done and continue to do for us in this community. This we ask in your son, Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Hey, I had fun on this one tonight. This was a great one. Happy for everybody that came through. Adrena Monet was in here. And like I said, we're doing a live. Shannon, Adrena Monet, and myself gonna be live next Friday at 7. So you don't want to miss that one. Like I said, that's called Narcissistic Friendship. Shannon has a live this Sunday on Valentine's Day at 7 o'clock. It's going to be Shannon and myself doing part 2 of the series that we have. So we're definitely going to be in that. Thank you, Lady B, for coming through. Coach Natisha, as always, thank you for coming through. Love, peace. Just say no to Narcs. Tonya, thank you for coming through. For y'all that's not subscribed, I'm pretty sure we all subscribe. She has a lovely channel, but if you're watching the replay, go subscribe to Just Say No to Narcs. Matter of fact, let me do something right quick before we close out. I have a few of these on here. So this is my wife's channel, at North Free Living. Obviously, Shani, subscribe to her channel. She has great content on there. And I'm not just saying that because I'm married to her. It's really, really great content. She exposes narcissists from a different place than I'm doing, Just Say No to Narcs. Tonya, she's in here tonight, so definitely check out her channel. Adrena Monet is also in here. She has a great channel, great content on her channel also. Pink Girl Teaches on YouTube. Joy, I love the way Joy teaches. Every time I try to catch a live on Sundays, I think it's at 9:15 if I'm not mistaken. Adrena can correct me with that, but she has a lovely channel. Shine Sugar Shine actually she's new, but she has great content. She's new and starting to move around and everything. So I just thank you for and last Khan. She was just in here earlier. Thank her for coming out and blessing us with her presence also. So we have a bunch of people in here that have channels. So it's awesome to be able to communicate and I've never seen nothing like this. Like I told Shannon, I never met this many people that's about the same thing. They're about their business. I've never been in touch with this many CEOs. I haven't. Yes, I'm a CEO of my business. Guess what? My wife is a CEO of her business. Tonya has her own business. It's trust me. A lot of people starting business. I've never seen this many people have their own stuff. So I'm just praying for everybody to have their business, just continue just to grow and continue to reach out to the community, for support. Let me see. Let me see. Last, you both are excellent. Thank you for that love piece. We appreciate that. Favorite replay, Simon. Long did it take you to realize you were being abused? You know what? That's a good question. That's a good question. It's probably for another video, but I will tell you this. It took time because it go back to the red flags, like I was telling you. The red flags, I wasn't willing to recognize them, and I was just sitting there ignoring them. So I can actually talk about that on a video where we can just go into depth about the abuse, because the abuse is a whole different thing once you realize. Because some of us, I don't think we realize we're being abused, and I'm talking about just physical. I mean, just being abused, period. And I think we don't recognize that, that's bad for us and it's good for the narcissist. So we got to realize that. But I will get into that. I will get into that on a video. Like I said, I'm about to wrap up, but I will remember that and get into that on a video. Everybody else, if I forgot to mention your name, hey, Donna Gray, how you doing? Welcome. We actually about to wrap up. And Free at Last Vacant Souls, thank you for coming out. Y'all have to catch the replay. Y'all wasn't watching it. You see my voice getting a little dry. I've been talking for over an hour and a half, but yeah, I appreciate, me and Shannon, we appreciate all the love and all the support. And like I said, Sunday, you can catch me and Shannon for her live on Sunday at 7 o'clock on Narc Free Living. You can check her channel out. We're going to be doing a good one. Shannon, can you put that in the chat one more time before we close out? It's about see, I be forgetting, my mind be playing tricks on me, trying to remember so much. I know it's Googleation and something else, but that's what we're going to be talking about on Sunday. And like I said, on Friday, Adrena Monet, Shannon, my wife, and myself doing a live. It's called Narcissistic Friendships. So we're definitely, like I said, we have things coming. So I appreciate y'all all stepping by. Don't forget to, Shannon just put it in just now, Education and Googleation, Part 2, Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that's Valentine's Day. You know, if you're not out with your loved ones doing something, we'll be doing that live on Sunday. And then, like I said, next Friday, it's going to be a good one, especially with Adrena talking about roach face. I know she called her roach face all the time, and Shannon and myself. So this should be a good one coming at y'all also. So thank you, love, peace. Thank y'all, everybody that came through for the support. Like I say, tune in. And like I said, if you want to schedule a life coach, because I just started telling y'all I got certified as a life coach, it's scrolling down at the bottom. The pick time, you can go in there and book a session on the calendar. So we definitely can you know, help you out however we can. If I can't help you, we got many people in the chat that have different channels that we can work out and figure out a way. Because at the end of the day, we all need help, we all need love, we all need support, and we got to know that God is the answer for most of our things. So with that, I'm going to close out. It's 8:47. Don't forget to like, and thank you for the people that subscribe. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's been a lovely session. Good night.